and tell them, say people, business and living. Hallelujah. Can we sing that song and go on? Come musician. Give me everything to party every so. Everybody. People business and leave it alone. Everybody, hallelujah. Who am I? Who am I? The thing I never know. The thing I never know. Never demons went to Jesus by night. What a hallelujah. High. David kill Uriah 51. God bless, I want to become all the minister that minister tonight. They do an excellent job. And you people have to keep on the prayer. Thank you for the support. Hey! One of the people support the CD, them downstairs. All of the people, all of the singers, them have CD. And people now produce gospel music. So, when they don't support it, then we can do new songs. So buy a CD, man. If you have it already, buy it and give somebody at the workplace for a gift. And they have a special deal if you buy the 3 album. I'm coming down. Because the musician, them one rehearsal and then do a good job. Holy mountain, whoa, whoa, whoa. I am giving you a holy. Warn it. And you say it's time. They're coming to worship Jesus. I am giving you a holy. Put up there, watch it. Jesus Christ is in the air. Love it tonight, the mighty man of God. Somebody big up Jesus. Jesus. Make some noise to Jesus. Somebody make some noise to Jesus. Come on, make some noise to Jesus. In this life, me trial were many. Some of the time them me know say be a foreigner there, you know. So uno na go say we people uno na go sing it like all me sing it. Here in a feet. Yeah, can't be a foreign people there. Me have been Jamaica for my journey, so me I sing the Jamaica way. And sometime me foot them get weary. Oh, and they feel like I would stumble. I know them are gonna say so. We know them are gonna say fall. But sometimes when my problem come in a fall, you know me know. And they feel like I would stumble and drop a groan. Me know myself, but the jail to lands and leave me. I wish some people that just be the present tonight. Some people just shout out and walk up your mouth.
Good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'm here with you up until the 10 o'clock hour.
It's the hand that leads me steady. You see, I won't leap away one leap past up millions. Oh, yeah.
Let me say a special good night to my good friend, Pastor Lewis.
Tonight I said,
Pastor Lewis, I know you like that one.
give me grace.
Oh, sorry, Pastor Lewis. You not like. I know you love that one.
I would make it
What a way to start the week, huh?
the road. Can you walk me about and sing? And after rock, it's like just we are man. Just we are man. We are man. We are man. We are man. We are man.
Say good night to all the listeners joining us via 91.9, 91.5 Real FM. Those of you joining us via 94.9 out there in Brooklyn, We Noise Radio. All the listeners out there on the Facebook, all of you joining us via the YouTube. You would realize that I'm vocally challenged due to the dust in the atmosphere. Zelia, Zela, Zoe, good night. Adijon, good night. Before them children say I forget them, eh? Yeah, man, let me just let it thing run. see, like, time I miss me, I might be in a church in Jamaica, you know. Good night once again, folks. It is time for Talking Points. And, of course, you can call. The phone number is 443. Why am I saying 443? For a minute there, I thought I was in Carriacou back in the days. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. And 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. And just a reminder of the new National Party activities that are on the way. Yes, so on the 25th of May, that's just in a few days from now, yes, Saturday, all right, the new National Party will be holding a youth panel discussion on various issues, including sexual abuse and violence, crime, youth vulnerability, bullying, drugs, peer pressure, etc., etc., youth-oriented issues. So you'll have a panel and you'll have an interactive discussion there on that particular issue. That will be taking place this Saturday. I'll give you the exact location. I do not have the location in front of me now, but I'll give you the exact location before the ending of this wonderful week. Claim it, eh? Yeah, don't say this week start off bad. The week start off or the week after start off. It's going to be a wonderful week and a blessed week for you, eh? Yeah, telling you. At the end of this week, you're going to say, I say so, right? This week is going to be a blessed week for you and your family. Just claim it. All right? So this Saturday, we're going to be having that youth panel discussion and the various issues there. As I said, crime, sexual abuse, violence, drugs, peer pressure, etc., etc. That will be taking place this Saturday. In June, the month of June, the new National Party will be hosting a elderly bus ride. So again, that's going to be taking place island-wide. All of the elderly and you can get a nice little ride, bring around, have lunch kind of thing. Now, we're going to have a nice time. Nice? Yeah. I'm not elderly yet, but of course, I'm going to support. You know, definitely once God give me health and strength, I'm going to be there on that one along with you all. Yes, I have to come and see the elderly. I mean, come on, you can't make joke with that one. So that's going to be taking place on Sunday, the 30th of June. On Sunday, the 14th of July, there's going to be that bingo. Where's the ad? I have the ad somewhere around. Somebody send back the ad to me. Yes, for the bingo. That's going to be taking place at the Victoria Park in Grenville. So all of you bingo fans, all right, you'll have the opportunity to win cash prizes and or a car. So cash prizes and or a car. So you never know. You might win one of the small ones before. You might win a little 500. You might win a little, 1,000 there. And then you come back and win the car. You never know. So you might win the car and you might get the money to actually go and insure it. You never know. You might be lucky like that. You might win the money to insure it and then you win the car. Or you win the money to fill it up with gas and so and you win the car. You never know. So that's going to be taking place at the Victoria Park in Grenville. And that's going to be Sunday, the 14th of July. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. Definitely, again, you know your boy. Yeah, I aiming to be there. You understand? Right. The 28th of July is going to be the gathering. That's the cookout and games and so on. That's going to be taking place at the Austin George Park in Victoria, St. Mark. So we are heading up to Victoria. Yeah, up by Dr. the Honorable Clarice Modest. Good night to you, ma'am. I hope that you're having a wonderful night. If you get a chance, you'll give your boy a call later and we go chit-chat on something. Nice. So that's the Honorable Dr. Clarice Modest. We heading up by her. Yeah, the lioness. All out they try. All out they try. All out they try. She making them cry. So that's taking place on the 28th of July. The gathering, that's up there in Victoria in St. Mark. For those of you that are coming for the carnival, yeah, the carnival time, it's going to be the return of the NNP Carnival Fete. So that's going to be taking place on Saturday, the 10th of August. The NNP Carnival Fete. You know, the NNP usually has the Carnival Fete, and so held it off for a few years due to COVID, etc. So now we're returning with the NNP Carnival Fete. So that's going to be taking place on the 10th of August at the Secretariat grounds. On Thursday, the 15th of August, they're going to be hosting the Back to School Drive. So you're going to get more information about where and how and so on. And those of you that usually help with the Back to School, yeah, let's not wait until late in August. And so if you can organize, you're making your barrel, you want to put a few book bags inside there. Yeah, a few book bags inside there. You want to put a couple notebooks inside that barrel and so. Hey, phone, now you're this loud, so you have to come out. Nah, what kind of thing is that? I can't have the phone making all that noise there. I have to put it on as silent as I could get it. Yeah, nice. Yeah, let me take off. Right, we take out the volume on that. Nice. So, those of you that can. So you might be packing a barrel that coming down before September, well, in August and so. If you're doing that, and you can send down whether it's a couple packs of notebooks, a couple packs of pens or pencils. Geometry sets are always important, especially for students who are going into the Form 4 and Form 5 and so on. Geometry sets, always important. If you can afford a calculator or whatever it is, so you can help out. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Yeah, sheldon.
Hey, what's up?
Hi there, man.
All right, man. You're live. Go right ahead.
Rasta man in the house as normal.
Hail the eye, man. Hail the eye, Rastafari.
Yes, man. Yeah. What the color just say there? That man no lie. That man no make no joke with that. You know?
Nobody ain't call yet.
That man no function in truth, you know.
Well, I wonder if you're watching the right program, brother, because you might be watching an old one. You know, you're the first caller tonight.
Boy, that man no lie. In the video getting nothing, boy.
I think you're watching Bros, hold on. I think that you're watching our old program. You are the first caller for tonight. Go back and look and make sure you are the right program.
Yeah, man. Hey.
You ain't got what I just said, did you?
Yeah, that man no handling us, man. Serious. I'm telling you, trust me.
Partners.
Everything is party people. You're all looking at everybody. And you don't have to be so. Everybody must eat our food.
Bro. Hello?
Yes, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. You're hearing me?
Yes.
You're watching the wrong program. You're watching an old one. Look for the one that says the 20th of May, because tonight you have been blessed. You have been blessed to be the very first caller for tonight.
All right.
So I think you're watching our old program. So go back and get the right one.
Okay.
We want to make sure. We want to make sure you're up to date, man.
One love, eh?
Yes, I blessed.
Yes, man.
Yeah, but I can tell him that you're watching the wrong one, and I think I even can tell him which program it is he's watching. It happens from time to time. To the best of us, eh? Yeah, sometimes I even tune in inside here and then I realize, no, Shalan, you have on the wrong thing. That's not right. So it happens to the best of us. So yeah, 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. And the message from what that caller, the program that caller was watching there, remains the same. St. David's people were really taking place. You understand? So yeah. So I was telling you all of the different activities, the various activities. I wonder if some people are having a problem getting the program tonight. No, many people are on. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. Nah. Some people seem to be getting the wrong program, and I'm not sure why, because we have the right thing up. So I'm not sure why they're getting the wrong one. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're getting the wrong one. Let me see. Right, and right. Let me see if that will help. Yeah, so yeah, they should get the right one now. Yeah. So folks, we're going to be having different activities. So I was telling you all, whether it's the calculator, some of you may be able to send a calculator or two. If 50 people send one calculator, that's 50 children whose parents may be unable to afford a calculator for them for the classes that would be able to have it, because they may not allow them in with the mobile phone, but they would allow them with the calculator and so in some of the schools. All right, so I know in my case, my parents bluntly refuse. Say, work it out in your head. They bluntly refuse. I was doing advanced physics and chemistry. Say, no, work it out in your head. Ain't getting no calculator. Work it out. All right, so yeah. So if they could get the calculators, rulers, coloring books for some of the younger ones. We can't only focus on the children who are in secondary school. So those who are in the primary school as well. So we need to get the coloring books, the markers, the crayons, and so on for them. There was one individual who got some crayons and markers to us last year. That was very, very helpful to a lot of children out there. They also got some pencils and sharpeners and erasers and so to us, and we were able to distribute quite a lot of that. We did over 50 bags we were able to give out last year. That's over 50 children we were able, from Talking Points, from your assistance, that we were able to help over 50 children last year. So while the party is having their activity, we're saying to you as well, if you're packing a barrel now, make sure you throw in some stuff there that can assist, yeah? So that we could get one or two of the children here sorted out. We have a call online. Good night.
Good night, Sheldon. How you doing?
Hey, I'm quite fine. You go right ahead.
I was trying to get you and Dr. Keith was there. But all I tried, the phone just was ringing out.
Oh,
Well, God bless. I'm calling from Brandon Southern Scheme.
Yes, my dear.
Yeah, and I'm just saying good night.
Okay, no, ignore the back. Remember, keep the volume off in the back, my dear.
Yeah, man. Cool.
All right, yeah, just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me and my friend, yeah, my short friend.
Good night, friend.
You know who I'm talking about, the lady.
Yes,
the
I
lady
know.
next to me.
Yes, I know exactly who you're speaking of.
Yeah.
All right, my dear. Thank you so very much, my love.
Dr. Keith Mitchell, tell him that I said there's more for him than who against him.
Of course, all the time.
You have a blessed night.
All right, thank you so very much. Yes, indeed. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. Yeah, last week the problem was it was too low. This week I had it a little too high to begin there, but it's level now. We good. Yeah, folks, remember, keep the volume off in the background when you're calling. It may be the first time that you're calling a radio program, so we understand. Yeah, it may be the first time that you're calling. Just remember, speak to us on the phone, listen to us on the phone, and we'll be okay. Yeah, we've got a call online. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Sheldon Scott.
My loving Cami Teresa Scott.
That's my full name. So if anybody has to sue me, they don't have to ask nobody what's my name. They know it. Cami Teresa Scott. And good night to the Grenadian people home and abroad. I want to say good night to Dr. Mitchell. Miss Morris, she danced for the whole day yesterday. Mr. David, Peter David, Dr. Dubois, and all the people that came out to support this thing we had in Sates in Montreal.
Yes, Montreal, yeah.
And all the people that came out, all the members and the bus that we went up. We had a wonderful time. And I'm going to make a plea tonight for true NNTI. Whenever we have anything, come out and support. Don't sit back home. NNTI, I'm talking about true NNTI that love the party and love the country. Come out, get a bus. I want you all to remember that. We're not in power now, so we can't pay free bus for everybody. So make the sacrifice and pay a $10 or $20. Pay a bus and come out and support your party. We need to get rid of these people, so we have to support and raise funds and do a lot of things to get back in there. Because some of you are suffering. Come out. Save our money. When you hear they talk about them things, put up $5 up. If you put up $5 up, $5 up, when the time comes, you have a $20 to pay a bus. And some of the bus men that is NNTI, come out, give people, come out and support. Or they don't support. If anything come back in power in the morning, the amount of all you want to come back and board. Or they go jump back and board. You understand? More people could come out to support when we have activities. Was very nice. Sheldon?
Yes, ma'am.
The thing was nice. But I just need more supporters. More supporters must come out and support. And as the lady say about Dr. Mitchell, stay young and nice. Stay young and nice. Stay young and nice. Let us stand and worry about you, sir. Stay young and nice. Take your walk. Eat your burger and pig. Eat your fish. and young brother, drink your broth and wear your short pants. Yes, I don't understand these people. I was shocked this morning, Sheldon, to hear ex-ministers that sit with Dr. Mitchell over the years. They sit with Dr. Mitchell over the years in Grenada, Carriacou, Martinique, and they calling him all kind of names. I surprised to hear this man and Andre Donald this morning. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and you're going to hear this kind of thing. A shame. Well, who next? Who next? That will call him all kind of names. Most of you all that sit in the parliament with Dr. Mitchell over the years, whatever some of you all have is to Dr. Mitchell. The lands all you have, the money all you have in the bank is under Dr. Mitchell. Or you must be very careful what I was saying about that man. That man is he come from poor family. That's why he love poor people in Grenada. He love poor people. That man did not have to come in and taking all that abuse from people that sit with him. That sit with him and eat and drink. Eat and drink and all they have nothing good to say. Other than Cardicha, other than that one program and calling him all kind of names. Shame on y'all. Shame. Shame on y'all. I want nobody to me that all I have is two so good. I don't have no money. Sheldon, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know who next. I don't know who next. Who next? That go call him all kind of name. Even if he makes some of them take the jail, he take all the blame for them. Let me take all the blame for these people when they do what they do. He take all the blame and now you calling him ground guard. Even if he let you take your jail, mister, whoever you is, you know who I'm speaking about. Even if he let you take your jail, are you calling him ground guard? Give me a break in Grenada this morning, tonight. Shame on y'all. Anyhow, Peter, Mr. Dabro, every one of y'all, and the people in Montreal, good night. I give all you a shout out. Good night to all the people. And Sheldon, you was missing there.
I know,
you
I
must
know,
hitch a ride. Even if come out when you get in a bus.
You know the situation child-wise too. So
Yes,
it was one of those
nice.
weekends. It was one of those
We
weekends.
had a wonderful time. The only problem I had pain, but I still go.
Mm-hmm.
I still go.
That is a soul, yeah.
All of them was there.
That's a
Miss
soul,
and
yeah.
Miss Morris and them dance. And I sit under the tent. And it's a nice, although I have my problem with my legs, I did enjoy these people, the togetherness, you know. It is so nice. And I want to tell everybody, good night and keep the faith. Don't give up. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Because a lot of people afraid to speak. A lot of Grenadians just afraid. The reason why they're afraid, they might send them home or they might victimize their children. They're just praying that in the election call now, they're doomed. And I want them to go, Papa God. Papa God, I want you to get rid of these people. I don't like Dickie Mitchell and them. They're suffering Grenadians. They're suffering Grenadians. I don't like you, Mr. Dickie Mitchell and your team. I don't afraid to say that. I don't like you all. You don't treat people the way you're supposed to treat people. And you have some people in Grenada, they are their belly saying the government doing good. What good? When people can't sell a block on their feet, they can't buy a coconut, they can't buy this, they can't buy that. It's sad. God, deliver us. Deliver us and not the hand of these people. Have a good night, Grenada.
Kami, later.
Yeah.
Yes, Kami, that's good for all you. For what, I know who had to go to jail, I don't know about who had to go to jail and thing and all kind of, you know, Kami, no, I don't know. If people had to go to jail and Dr. Mitchell saved them, I don't know, maybe. So I don't know. Anyhow, 4407377, 347-329-3101. And you know, strange enough, this morning, I got up my normal time and I went back to sleep. So I missed the entire thing and it's not online. So I can't go back and say I'm going back to listen to the exchange this morning to comment on it because I wasn't able to listen in this morning. Well, I was able, but I was asleep. So I didn't get the chance to listen in to the Real FM program this morning. So I've heard one or two people told me X, Y, Z, and Z was said and what went on and things. Some very distasteful and disgusting things were said. That is what I was told. I didn't get the chance to listen. So myself, I can't comment on it. If you listen and you feel free. If you could speak on it, feel free to speak on it. But I didn't get a chance to listen to it. I didn't even get a chance to call my good friend Andre during the day today to find out because I've been working on multiple projects at the same time as well as preparing for tonight. Yeah? So, yeah, hey, my good partner Richie, yeah, man, our program tonight, man. Hey, boy, holiday, no holiday. The war continues. 440, let me clear the line. 440-7377. Yeah, I'm stopping nobody. Call 440-7377 347-329-3101. So folks, yeah, so remember, all you organize, the little thing. Those of you that make your donations via the website and so continue to do that. Last year, those of you that donated, that is what we used to get all the notebooks and some of the other stuff that we use to distribute. One individual helped with a lot of stuff. And then we were able to complement that with all the notebooks. And so we were able to buy a few cases of notebooks and get those out. All right, we have a caller online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Oops.
Program, man.
Hey, sorry about that. Yeah.
Yes, man. I get to my program and I hear Pammy speak very well. I went on Sunday.
Can me kicking on all cylinders there?
Yes, man. Speak very well, man. And I love to hear Pammy. I must call, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I wish her all the best. Keep on doing the good works. He's my good friend. Anytime I go into her, I must support her. I must buy something by her.
Yeah, man.
She say, Rasta, even though you have money and you come here, you get what you want. You know? Mm-hmm. So just keep up the good work.
Yes, my brother.
Good.
All right. Lovely.
All right.
Yes, man. And let me apologize to all of you who were probably looking out for me yesterday in Montridge. And I didn't make it up. Yeah, various issues. And as I said, I'm working on multiple projects outside of Talking Points. There are 2 other projects that I'm working on. Well, 2 that I could talk about. There are other projects as well that I'm working on. So that had me totally tied up. I really could have had a deadline that I had to meet. I really could not have left the house yesterday. All right. So I really, really apologize. But, I'll make it up to you all. I don't need that Oh, some people greedy, so it come in. Oh gosh, Marilyn, it come in. Hey. Well, let me say it one time. A very special happy birthday to my good friend Marilyn Ferguson and to Sherms Houston. A very special happy birthday to both of you all. Sometime later in the program, I will drop a little. Watch, all again, it's in gospel tonight, and I drop in a gospel for all you tonight, Yes, Sherms Houston, a special good night to you, to Houston, yeah. Good night to you and happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed your day today. I know the children will try their best to make sure that you enjoy it. And so, and Marilyn, I know, yeah, you, I ain't worried about you. Nice, I know you'd enjoy it. All right. 440-7377 347-329-3101. I was holding that birthday greeting for a little later in the program, Don't feel like I forget to have it right down in front of me so I wouldn't forget it. Yes, indeed, folks. I didn't complete all the activities the New National Party are having. And listen, you heard what Cami said. We have to support the activities. It can't be a situation that we have the activities and we waiting for somebody to say, well, look, that, but no, we sometimes just as a group, it might be 5, 6 of you. You decide, well, we're getting a bus, we're going to pay the bus X amount, and then you would get other people to fill the bus and so, and come on up to the activities, all right? So the activities are coming up. You have that one taking place in St. Mark next month. Not next month, in July. That's the gathering, the 28th of July. You have enough time to get your stuff together and so on and get ready for that particular one, right? And then on the 3rd of November, there will be that excursion to Carriacou. Yeah, so there'll be that boat ride and there'll be that memorial service for the beloved, our late Elvin Nimrod. And that will be taking place up in Carriacou. So there'll be the boat ride to Carriacou and back. And Sunday, the 24th of November, there's the Praise and Gospel concert, and I'm applying to be the official DJ from now. All you know, I go rock the place. I go have everybody sweating till they nearly pass out before the first performer come on stage. Yeah? So that is the Praise and Gospel concert on the 24th of November. We're going to bless Grenada inside, out, around, right, wrong, top to bottom. We're going to bless Grenada. And on the 27th of November, there will be another press conference in relation to the 40th anniversary, where you'll be getting some information on the history of the party and other issues. On the 30th of November, there will be the banquet. So you'll be getting more information on those activities. And there are several other activities taking place. And then on Tuesday, the 3rd of December, at the Bujeju playing field, there's going to be that mass rally. And when we say mass, we're talking about NNP size rally that's going to be taking place at the Bujeju playing field. So everybody, Tutmun, everybody, you got to come on out for that particular one. So 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. Yeah.
I've searched for life's meaning. He's laid by the word and my grief. Then
and I'm looking for the ad from my good friends from the New York support group. I know there's that activity, but you know, on a daily basis as I'm adding stuff, things get kind of shifted. So Kathy Albert, I know that you're listening. Send it to me, huh? Oh, and let me send out condolences on behalf of the Talking Points family to my good friends Max and Francis out there in Petit Martinique. PD Francis, Cassian, or Perron, right, yeah, Cassian. My condolences to both of you and the entire home circle on the passing of your mom. Their mother died, I believe it's Friday morning, early on Friday morning that their mother passed to the great beyond. She was also a listener to whether it was back in the days with Hard Talk or whether it's Talking Points and so on. She was always an avid listener to all the programs and so on. And Maxan, that's always my Petit Martinique and soul there. And of course, Perron, PD Francis, that's always my soul there as well. Yeah, so our condolences, the Talking Points, not just mine, the Talking Points family, condolences to you all on the passing of your mom indeed. Yeah.
Holy Ghost! We worship you, Jesus. We worship you. Hallelujah, Jesus.
And folks, you know, tonight we had to talk about certain things, you know, because I tell you, I was watching, the phone lines open, you know, you could call. Let me make sure, right. I just had to clear it. And I had to make sure that the WhatsApp one up in front, right, yeah, the WhatsApp one up in front there. But we had to talk certain things tonight because I realize certain people, when you hear them, these days, you just have to wonder if it's the same people that was speaking just a couple years ago. In some instances, just a few months ago. Because you recognize that the ideology has changed. Yeah? You realize that the ideology has changed. You realize that their methodology has changed. That what was once wrong in their eyes is now right. That when people like Dr. Mitchell were saying certain things, these were the people that were fighting against it and fighting against him and that sort of thing. And now these are the same people that coming back and tell you what they were saying was wrong before is right now. So let me play something here for you. Let me see if I have that one here. Nice. I think there's the one here, man. I want to hear, man. I want to hear this, man. Cammy, there's a point in time for you to kind of block the TV because I know you ain't going to hear this one. Right. So I know there's a time for Cammy to block the TV there now. Let me hear what this man had to say here.
Make sure that the planet is well advanced. I remember going to Six Senses and I recently, when we were having the press conference, of the breakfast press conference, I said to the audience, this is my third legal visit in Six Senses. And I said legal because when NDC was in opposition, we led a demonstration there. Not focusing on stopping the project because this was a project that we welcome as an NDC partner. But we were concerned about the
and folks, I'm sorry for the quality of the audio and the video. It's not on my end. It's the original one was problematic itself. So it's not a problem with us in studio. It's the original audio itself. There's a problem there. But the minister is speaking of when he recently visited Six Sense. Yeah, the Adrian Persuader Thomas. Let me hear him, man.
Press conference, I said to the audience, this is my third legal visit in Six Senses. And I said legal because when NDC was in opposition, we led a demonstration there. Not focusing on stopping the project because this was a project that we welcome as an NDC partner. But we were concerned about the environment. We were concerned about the lake. So we led a demonstration. And we engaged, after the demonstration, 2 days after, we engaged the management and they gave us all assurances that the lake would be preserved. I was happy to go back there and see the lake, and they have enhanced it. We may have lost some aspect of it in terms of the sanctuary for the birds and so on, but the lake is still present and we are now getting fresh water going in and out of the lake. So they did a fantastic work in that regard. And I say that because as responsible leaders in this country, we have to make sure that we preserve the planet, because the planet without the planet, there's nothing. The whole question of prosperity, where does prosperity lie? Does it lie in the airlines and the hoteliers? No, we want prosperity to trickle right down.
Yes, indeed, folks. They want prosperity to trickle right down. So when they were in NDC, he led, it's we that had to make him come out. Talking points, make you come out and admit that you were the one that lead the protests against it. And after we spoke about that and we said straight up, we waiting to see you go to the opening, you find yourself in Carriacou. Yeah? You find yourself in Carriacou because we forced you to the point where you couldn't go to the opening. Huh? You couldn't go to the opening, innit? Let me hear some more in relation to Six Sense. I hope this one comes off a little better because that one, the audio was terrible, man.
Great. So St. David seemed to be receiving a lot of traction with respect to new hotels. The Six Senses just open up and so forth, beautiful. And I understand another one is expected in St. David. You want to tell us about that new hotel project? Indeed. Okay. Say no more. I would like you to.
Oh boy, folks, I'm trying to play that one for you all, but for some reason it isn't. I don't know what's up with the audio there. On those clips. Yeah, it's not coming across clear at all. But the minister is there, and he was speaking about the fact that St. David's needs now more hotels. Yeah, they need more development because they have a lot of place going all up to Carriacou. So they need more development. There's the same person that was leading the protest talking about, in fact, we could find what I was talking about. Let me see if we could find what I was talking about. Maybe that might play a little better. Let's see if it's the system or let's see if it's the audio itself. Yeah, let's see if it's the audio itself. So let's see. Yeah.
We cannot overemphasize the importance of having developmental projects in St. David. This is something we welcome as a party, and we are hoping that we can get more. However, this must not be done on the expense of the environment. This situation in Las Vegas here is a very sensitive.
So it does seem as though the environment has anything again. They don't really care about the environment again. He in office now. He's Minister of Tourism now. So yeah, bring more development. Yeah, bring it. Bring hotel development because it's specific now to hotel development. Yeah.
We believe that the lake and the mangrove meant a lot to the people of St. David. It has been destroyed. And really and truly, we are hoping that the government would have some measures in place to supervise what was going on here. Apparently, they don't have a clue what is taking place. And what we are seeing here, where they are dumping the lake, is terrible, and it's cause for concern. As a matter of fact, there was only a little track leading to the next beach across there, which Grenadians visit occasionally. Now they have dumped that whole area and creating a driveway. We say that the government need to come out and explain to the people what is really happening, because this is a very sensitive area for the people of St. David. And if they are not consulted then and now, then this is gross disrespect. And it's unfortunate that we have people who are willing to develop at any cost, even though when they are dealing with a government that disrespect their own people. Because by not consulting the people here and even sharing the information with them is gross disrespect. And this is something we must stop in Grenada. So I call on the Kit Mitchell-led administration to get the act together, have some consultation with the people, let the people have a say, and see how we can restore what we have here, what we had here. What we have seen in Nature Center was able to establish themselves, walk around the environment, walk around the forest area, and invite people to come to the hotel and have the opportunity to visit the birds. We could have done the same thing here. Build around the lake, build around the mangrove, and have it as an attraction for the people coming from wherever to enjoy the beauty of Grenada. This is the last that we have, and we must try our best to preserve it. So it's unfortunate that this thing happened here, and I hope the people doesn't see the National Democratic Congress as opposing the development of the constituency, but we are saying it must not be done at the expense of the environment.
No, they ain't care nothing about environment. They ain't care nothing about environment right now. Now you're asking for more projects. Yeah? And the other hotel that they're speaking about is the Intercontinental. It is not a situation that they have brought a new hotel. It is the same Continental. Sorry for those of you that were trying to call. Yeah, it is the same Intercontinental Hotel that was organized under the period of the new National Party that is going to be done to the benefit of the people of St. David. So when you see them talking about Intercontinental and so on, and trying to give the impression basically like it's some sort of new project and it is not something that was there before, I need you all to understand clearly that what is taking place there is that they're trying to take, and I'm just trying to get this thing here. All right, I think I may have found a way. Nice. I think I may. Let me see if I can play this from here.
Be receiving a lot of attraction with respect to new hotels. The Six Senses just open up and so forth.
It's sung in the same way. Let me see if it's clear.
I understand another one is expected in St. David. Do you want to tell us about that new hotel project? Indeed. Okay. Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah, folks, I'm not sure why, but that audio from that, maybe they just don't want us to hear. But the audio from that is so terrible that I'm trying to utilize it, and for some reason it's just not working. But that was on the NDC Heartbeat program yesterday. Yeah? There was the same person who was protesting against Six Sense singing their praises now. That is what you call flip-flop in political speak. They flip-flopping on an issue. Because when they were in opposition, it was we against. Oh, they're not against development. They was only saying that because they saw the close to 1,000 people that were working down there. So that's where they were talking about, oh, we're not against the development, because they know if they say outright shut down the project, that those 1,000 people or so that were working, or 700 at that time probably, would have been anti them. So they couldn't come down outright and say shut it down. But that is what they attempted to do. They were on GBN, they were on MTV, they had their own Facebook broadcast, everything, attacking that particular project, saying the worst about that project. And now all of a sudden is the best thing. Now all of a sudden the same project is the best thing. So you hear them come now and they, oh, and that project, and when I went down there and all that sort of thing. It's called flip-flop. It's like the same thing with them when it comes to the issue of the CBI. When you hear them speaking about CBI now, and you hear them talking in language like,
program, such a successful program, being run under strict leadership, strict management. Madam President, we are with 5 or 6 international organizations doing our due diligence. Madam President, so when we approve any CBI project or any CBI developer, and anybody want to be part of the CBI program, rest assured, Grenadians, that we are doing due diligence. The program is open to everybody. Whether you are Chinese, whether you are Russian, whether you are African. The first thing this administration sees is a human being. They ask you, we don't continue to see what blood runs through your veins, whether it's African blood or Chinese blood or Russian blood. Madam President, we are here to bring benefits to our people. And the CBI program is a program we're going to utilize, not in the whims and fancy of a few, but the benefits must be brought to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
well, if the benefits are being brought to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, the present Prime Minister is one of the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique who happens to own a CBI company. The present Minister of Finance is one of the people of Grenada who happens to own a CBI company. Well, even if not you own, he's the agent here. You have the treasurer of the NDC, Miss Andrea St. Bernard, who happens to own a CBI company. Yeah, you have the former Minister of Finance under the last NDC administration, former deputy leader, former political leader, former MP for St. Andrew Northeast, Mr. Victor Nazim Burke, who is now a CBI agent. And I have to ask that question as well, because I find it very strange that when I'm checking the CBI website now, the new updated website, that when you're checking under CBI agents, let me see if I can pull it up in the background here. Yeah, that when you're checking the CBI, the Investment Management Agency, as they call themselves now, that when you're checking their website and you're checking for the agents, yeah, you're checking for the agents here. So this is imagrenada.gd. This is the new website of the CBI authority. And here they have a list of agents. And when you go to that list of agents and you're going through, these are the international agents. And let me just bring this bigger for you because you may not be able to see it how it is there. When you're going through the list of the international, that's one thing, but the local agents, prior to them doing the new website, BSB was there, which I believe stands for Burke Seeley Burke. Yeah? Which is the company, the CBI company, the local agent is Mr. Victor Nazim Burke. It's registered to him, I believe, and his wife. That is a locally registered. It was gazetted during the year last year. It is officially a CBI company here in the state of Grenada, operating in the state of Grenada. Nothing has been placed in the government gazette withdrawing them as a CBI company. So as far as we know, they are still a CBI company. Yet still, the name suddenly disappears from the list. So you're going through the list of CBI companies and it's nowhere there. ASB Limited, Andrea St. Bernard, that's still there. Citizenship and Corporate Services, the company belonging to the Minister of Finance, Mr. Cornwall, Mr. Dennis Cornwall. Why all of a sudden did they find it necessary to remove your name as the contact person? Yeah? Because I'm pretty sure if someone calls the phone numbers that are there, they'll still find you. If they email, I am pretty sure the email comes from an IP address that belongs to you. Yeah? So why the smoke and mirrors? Citizenship and Corporate Services Limited is a CBI company to which you, as Minister of Finance, are the contact person, and to which you are the ones that have to give the concessions to the people under the CBI program. That leaves a window for corruption. And you can't take me to court for saying that, because it's the truth. It leaves a window for corruption. It is not just that something is corrupt. It is the perception. It is the perception that corrupt acts are or can take place. And you are in a position, and especially by trying to obfuscate the issue by removing your name, you have made it even more clear that you understand that you're in that position. You understand that. Because otherwise, you would have had the company removed as a CBI company in Grenada. But no, all they had to make all the big money still, only 40,000 US here, they think. All they had to make that still. Yeah? But it leaves the window for corruption. They like to talk about corruption. Let's talk about corruption. The Minister of Finance, who gives the concessions to the CBI projects here in Grenada, who provides to those developers and so, should not be a CBI agent. They should not be a CBI agent. It leaves the door open to corruption. So we look through that list and we recognize that, well, Mr. Burke disappeared. But why? Is there a particular reason that you all are hiding the fact? And I'm going to say it again. You all at the IMA Grenada, you all are obfuscating and hiding the fact that Mr. Victor Nazim Burke is a CBI agent, the same CBI he had the nastiest things to say about, that he is a CBI agent. And even here, where we speak about Mitchell and Partners, why all of a sudden the person who originally was Mr. Deacon Mitchell has been removed? Mr. Deacon Mitchell, who was in the same position as the present Minister of Finance, as a person who's signing off, who is signing off on the different citizenship forms. So when they confirm through cabinet and so on, that form comes to him and he signs off, granting citizenship to person A or person B or person C or whatever. And he had a CBI company. So he could have, technically, and he may have, because remember, I'll continue to say it, it is not just the corrupt act, it is the perception, the possibility of corruption taking place. So here is an individual who has a company that's trading in something, but they are also the person that signs off on the commodity that they are trading in. So they are trading in CBI, and if the company is not yours again, if you sell your shares to somebody, say so, change the company name, whatever. But as long as the company remains Mitchell and Partners with your name on the company, and whether your shares have been placed in a trust according to the Integrity in Public Life Act of 2013, if your shares have been placed in a trust, which still means that at the end of your period as Prime Minister, because your period as Prime Minister will come to an end sooner than you think. So when that time comes and you are no longer Prime Minister, that you can retrieve your shares in said company and collect what money you have to collect on the same passports that you sign off as up to today as Prime Minister. It is not just corruption, it is the perception of corruption as well. Yeah? So all of a sudden, Mr. Burke name disappear from the website. Me know where he go. I know if he go London, France, if he go wherever, but all of a sudden, he name disappear from the website. Yeah? But remember, right now, the same person that's speaking there, I wonder what he had to say in relation to passports and things. Let me see what he had to say in relation to CBI programs. Not Mr. Burke. We had another person who was leading the NDC at that time. Let me hear what he had to say.
And where we had agriculture as the main pillar of the economy, and we were striving in terms of being one of the better islands of the Windward Islands and maybe the OCS in terms of development. What we are experiencing here now, that main pillar which we were depending on, agriculture, is no longer the main pillar in Grenada, and it has been given way to, some people call it globalization, whereby it's different pillars that carry your economy. In Grenada, we have the sale of passports as one of the foreign honors. We have people are going towards this offshore banking. People are getting involved in this real estate business, and really and truly, a lot of them come with some shady deals. And as a nation, sometimes you do not know. A lot of them, those deals have been made in secrecy, and we don't that level.
Well, folks, he's talking there. Do you know anybody that has come in the CBI program with a new deal that they have, or that any of the ones that are here right now, the same ones that they're praising, like the people with the six senses, the Lavera? All this, because he was praising the Lavera too. I'm just sorry the audio isn't working as well as it should. But even the people with the Lavera, he was praising the Lavera project too. Another project you saw a set of protests and all sorts of things in relation to before. But here it is. He was speaking about the passport program in a negative. The same man who was talking just now there, you know, who was talking about we don't care. We don't care if you is a Chinese or if you is a Russian. Or if you is African, yeah, we don't care. You understand? But this was him talking before.
Transparency and accountability is not recognized, and some people are involved in even selling our patrimony. So all these things we have retrograde.
Some people are involved. You might need to call Nazim. You might have a number. I lose the number. You might have a number.
Are involved in even selling our patrimony. So all these things we have retrogressed in that sense. Even though we have some level of political independence, but those people are going for a quick fix, not really concentrating on sustainability, so that when crises like the COVID comes to our show, we have problems, because a lot of these service industries will crumble.
Yeah, that's the same man who's the Minister of Tourism right now. Eh? Yeah, the same man who was talking about. Same man. That's the same man. I think we're good part of our song. The same man. That is the same man. All right? And then we see what he had to say about passports again. And another time he was on GBN. What did he? The same man we saw talking nice about passport there just now. Let me see what he had to say about passports. Let me hear him.
Once the money is available, we'll give it to who is in need of it. Sorry. Once the money is available, we'll give it to who is in need of it. But I'm going to tell you, I will not thief. I will not sell my country. I will not sell my birthright. I will not sell my patrimony. I will not give away my passports to generate this kind of money to do that. Because what?
We wouldn't do again, boss, because I'm pretty sure you're the guy who is speaking there otherwise. Yeah, I'm not sure you. I feel as you that was talking otherwise, they just know, you know. Yeah.
I will not sell my patrimony. I will not give away my passports to generate this kind of money to do that. Because what is coming, what we are realizing.
So he will not. So let me hear the things they will not do.
Once the money is available, we'll give it to who is in need of it. But I'm going to tell you, I will not thief. I will not sell my country. I will not sell my birthright. I will not sell my patrimony. I will not give away my passports to generate this kind of money to do that. Because what is coming.
Right. So that you would not sell your pass. You would not give away your passport. You would not sell. Right. Nice. Okay. All right. So he wouldn't deal with selling passports and that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. That's him, fella. He wouldn't deal with selling passports and all kind of thing. Yeah. That's the man. Same man we here talking about CBI program and all them kind of thing. That's the same man we here. Huh?
Such a successful program being run under strict leadership, strict management. Madam President, we are with 5 or 6 international organizations doing our due diligence. Madam Madam President, so when we...
And let me tell you all, what he's saying there is not something that's new. They met the system in place where due diligence was being done in that manner, where you had the local FIU, etc., working along with the CBI unit to ensure that people who were entering the CBI program were properly vetted. So what he's saying there, like if that is something that they did when they come in, they've made, the only change they have made to the CBI program since they've come in is that they've changed the name and they have started taking people who were Russian and a country that was under sanction. They started taking people from that country under the program. So don't let them give you the impression that they came in, because I saw some of their minions out on social media, etc. Let me take this call. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
If any
Hello, good night.
farmers have dry corn,
Hey.
I need some dry corn.
Okay.
Some dry corn. Anybody have dry corn, please? I need some dry corn to buy about $100 worth of dry corn, so I want to make some corn flour.
Okay.
Sorry for that, but I just need to put that out.
No problem.
And man, good night. You know, Sheldon, a long time I don't hear about Mr. Bowen. Good night, Mr. Bowen, wherever he is.
I was with him today.
Carriacou that have dry corn, Miss Kami needs some, so I could make some corn flour to sell. The clothes and thing not selling now.
Okay.
Have a good night.
All right, my dear.
Yes.
I saw Mr. Bowen today, so he's good. Yeah, and let me just continue here. Yeah, man, there's the same man who was just talking about he wouldn't. Hear prayers at the CBI program now. Yeah, hear it. Wait now, where the audio go?
Organizations do not do due diligence. Madam President, so when we approve any CBI project or any CBI developer, anybody want to be part of the CBI?
When they approve, listen, up to this point in time, they've been in office. Let me give you the exact number of days. 697 days exactly. They have been in office. That's up to today. It's 697 days. In roughly 3 days, it will be 700 days since they've been in office. Next month, it will be exactly 2 years on the 23rd that they've been in office. To date, they have brought not one, none, zero new developers under CBI. None. They've brought no new projects. They've brought no new developers. Nothing. So when they're talking about when we look, now when you look at what, you all have a record of zero. So go ahead.
Anybody want to be part of the CBI program? Rest assured, Grenadians, that we are doing due diligence. The program is open to everyone. Whether you are Chinese, whether you are Russian, whether you are African. The first thing this administration sees is a human being. They ask you, we don't continue to see what blood runs through your veins, whether it's African blood, or Chinese blood, or Russian blood. Madam President, we are here to bring benefits to our people. And the CBI program is a program we're going to utilize, not in the whims and fancy of a few, but the benefits must be brought to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique.
Yes, indeed, folks. So, yeah. So that's the same man you hear thing, because they had to flip-flop, because see, they're in a position right now. They're not in opposition. They're in a position. There's a difference. When they were saying CBI bad and CBI this and CBI that, they were in opposition. But now CBI good and CBI, we want more projects. We want more development. If we could get more things for St. David, I'm just sorry that I can't get that audio from yesterday clearer. Yeah, I'll have to filter it or something, because it's definitely, it's not the system in here. It's the original audio that came from the source. It was terrible. So I'll have to filter it or so on. But I'm telling you that when he started speaking about CBI and how nice CBI is, and they need more projects like Six Sense and Intercontinental for St. David, because you have down from Calavini going up to Crowshoe that could do with development and so. But you and I know it's beaches, is mangrove, is woodland areas, and so going right up. So all of a sudden, those same environmental issues that they were speaking about are no longer of importance because he's no longer in opposition. He's now in a position. Yeah? CBI was bad before. I ain't go give away passport. I ain't go sell passport. I ain't go sell patrimony, all this sort of thing. No. He stands up like a peacock. I know how much all the younger people know peacock. I know the last time I see a peacock I doubt it maybe even have a peacock in Grenada. Yeah? But he did like a peacock. About we taking Africans and Chinese. We don't care if it's Russian. And then he had to come and take back that statement. Because the Americans start to ask questions. Man, what are you talking about? What you mean it open to everybody? Your programming supposed to be taking people from certain countries. So he said the program open. We don't care. We taking everybody. Minister flip-flop. That is the name from now on. Minister flip-flop. Everything is a flip-flop for he. Yeah? I wonder if I have anything here. I wonder if I want to play anything here, boy. Let me see. I wonder who is the latest CBI agent? Let me hear if we could hear who's the latest CBI.
Sisters and brothers, with the selling of passports, our principal instrument of national identity was being sold as fish cakes in the streets.
They were being sold as what, Naz? That is Mr. Victor Nazimburg, in case all you can't hear. Yeah, back in them days, audio wasn't accurate.
Our principal instrument of national identity was being sold as fish cakes in the streets.
It's been sold as fish cake in the streets. I wonder where it's being sold as now, because BSB, all you hiding BSB from on the web. Why all you hiding BSB from on the website? It is a local agent. It's been gazetted. I didn't see the gazette remove it. What happened? You change your mind about doing? What happened? You find we talk too much about you and CBI and thing, and you had to change your heart and you decided not doing it again? No, you're still a CBI agent as far as we know. Yeah, there's a fair comment, isn't it? Because it's been gazetted last year. So it's been gazetted, it's in the government gazette. And also, up until they changed over the website, your name was there as one of the local agents. All of a sudden, the name fall off. So I don't know who the people at IMA Grenada feel they're fooling, or who they think they're smarter than, or if they don't realize that they're just making it worse for those people that they pull out the name from on the thing. They're still agents. As far as we are concerned, they could scream it from the mountaintop and say what they want. They are still the beneficiaries of whatever funds come into those companies. The companies are still in their name. So the monies that come into those companies, they are still the beneficiaries. Taking out their name don't mean nothing. It just mean that all you realize that we are correct, that we are right in what we are saying. So you are trying that thing right now. Yeah? But don't try that to us, man. Now, we're smarter than that. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the program tonight.
Hear the voice. Alex Soares and the wife here. Come and find us. There is a home. Oh, golden city. Right mansion away spill. In the sky. Oh, you can enter. This golden city. Just repent.
Yeah, folks, I'm just pulling up some information here for you.
There is a home. Oh, golden city. Right mansion away spill. In the sky. Oh, you can enter. The golden city. Just repent and be.
And we have a call online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm quite fine, bro.
Wow. I want you to play Scholar song for me, please, for Posera. Yeah, belly. And in between, you would give me Rootsman Kelly. You know, I was about to tell you, go take it off and try and still get a movie from St. David Police Station, but there is times you have to listen to them lunatic and them, eh?
Oh, gosh.
So that's the reason why I didn't say anything. But anyway, give him Scholar.
No, man, you could say it still. We are mine. All right, dear.
All right.
We, Papa, yes. They are the belly and you to the, yeah. Seriously. That's the man and them that was saying all kind of thing that no, feel safe enough. They go and they stand up in parliament and trying to give you a totally different impression of things, yeah? All the time it was bad. CBI was bad. All those developments was bad. All of these things were bad. And all they're doing is just changing over names. So you had the Grenada CBI unit. They thought that, well, okay, let me change the name. So if we change the name, we could make the claim that we are the ones that are responsible for what is taking place under the program now. Let me remind you that up to this point in time, the same way they ain't get even a bullet under the program that they have right now, the amnesty, the same way they ain't get nothing under that, the same way since they've come in, they have not gotten a single project, 0 projects under CBI, 0 new projects. You listen to the last 2 budget presentations, there have been no new projects added by this administration under the CBI projects. Nothing, no new projects, no new developments. They have not said that we're doing a new hotel here, these are the developers and so on, introduce the developers, nothing. Nothing. And because of how the audio is, I won't venture to play because I wanted to get into the Kawana Bay issue tonight and what the minister had to say, because he had a lot to say on Kawana Bay. Eh? So I wanted to get into what he had to say about Kawana Bay as well. Yeah? Because he's basically claiming that they did all that they did there now because they were trying to, that they didn't go ahead with the case because they were trying to protect Grenada because we had gone to the court before. And I mean, come on. You went to the court the last time, yeah? And whatever happened at the court. You know that somebody take you. You didn't take the person to court, you know. The government of Grenada didn't take them to court. They take the government of Grenada to court because the government of Grenada corrected them from doing something they should not have been doing. So the government of Grenada has the perfect case to be able to defend. You know that for a fact. You have all the information in relation to, you know that for a fact. Yeah, you still refuse to go forward with the case. You did not go forward with the case as you ought to have done. You did not go forward with the case. And then you want to claim that the last administration was anti-development. So if the last administration was anti-development, where is your development? Where are the developments under your administration? Where are the developments? Where are the new projects under this government? Where are the new CBI projects? Yeah? Up to now, we're waiting. Where are the new projects under CBI under this administration? Where are they? Still waiting for them. Yeah, and look like we have a long wait for them too. All right, 440-7377. Let me just make sure. Right, 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. Let me give a special shout out to the listeners out there in Canada. Hope that you all are having an absolutely fabulous night tonight. Yeah, I hope everything is going all well and okay for each and every one of you. Yeah, a partner of mine telling me he feel that they purposely distort that audio. Let me tell you something. The first thing is that they bring on only half the program on one means and the entire program on the next one because, yeah, they were trying to distort it. But no, we are ways of fixing that, man. Yeah, we are ways of fixing that. We'll fix it. We have a call online. Good night.
Hey, bro, Sheldon. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, bro.
How you doing?
I'm good, quite fine, actually. You go right ahead.
Right. Listen, let me ask you a question. I've been hearing about some billion of dollars, like money run show with the CBI program currently.
Mm-hmm.
What about that?
No,
that's no project.
No, hold on. That's what I was explaining. No, they're speaking about that $1 billion, and I don't know if you caught Thursday's program because we didn't have a Friday night. But I'll explain it again afterwards. I won't keep you on the line with that. I'll just take your calls. Go ahead. Your call. Go ahead.
Right. And then the other thing is, we have to continue calling them out and knocking them with all. You see, people don't understand this program. We have no time for lies, no time for spite, no time for politicking. We are going to give them all of the facts, their voices, their utterance, right? Until now, not one of them has apologized of any of the things that they had promised and did not fulfill it, the lies that they have made and we discovered it. That's time for them to come forward, you know, to clear the air, to clear themselves. Because guess what? The fingers will talk.
Mm-hmm.
Soon come. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you so very much, my brother. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. And you also put it up a little while ago. Let me see if I could get it to put it back up again. Just to let you all know about this particular one. It's called Bougie, the cocktail edition. And this is being staged by the St. Andrew Southeast Youth Arm. They are having that cocktail and dance. That's taking place on the 1st of June, Saturday, 1st of June. Yeah, so that's when? Next week? Right. Saturday. No, that's this week? Next week? When? Yeah. But anyway, Saturday, 1st of June, Bougie, the cocktail edition. So dance is only $10, $35, complimentary eats and champagne. So they have the cocktail starts at 7 p.m. and the dance starts at 10 p.m. So if you come in for the cocktail and dance, you pay your 35. And if you come in for the dance only, you pay your 10. Or is it that you pay 35 and 10? Let me know. Right, somebody call. Right. Music by Selector Wingsy. Yeah, he does play good, man. And DJ Red. Of course, man. That's a good combination. They dress code formal, black and gold. They ain't give me enough time to shop on Shein, man. They're moving with me, so I can't go on Shein and get in that time. I space that time. Fort View, Mount Carmel in St. Andrew. All right, so that's Bougie, the cocktail edition. And that's taking place on Saturday, the 1st of June. And we look forward, and that's being staged by the St. Andrew Southeast Youth Arm. That's going to be a nice activity. Yes, St. Andrew Southeast Youth Arm, they always put on some very, very nice activities. 440-7377. And some people did what? We good here in Canada. Today was a holiday. Oh, today was Victoria Day in Canada. So it's also a holiday there because it's a holiday here. It's also the weekend, so they plant fruits and vegetables and flowers, and so that's wonderful. Yes, indeed, my good friend out there in Canada. And let's go to the phone line. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Sheldon.
Hi, good evening. You're live. Go right ahead.
How are you, man?
I'm good. You go right ahead.
All right. I just want to ask you something. I'm doing something there, and I want to find out something. Did the Prime Minister spend a whole month in Grenada since he take office?
That's a very good question. It's a difficult one to answer because they refuse to let you know each time he travels, nor will they provide the information through the Parliament of Grenada. So it's a difficult one to answer.
This is something Grenadians supposed to know, that if the Prime Minister ever spent a whole month in Grenada, in its country since he take Prime Minister, I don't believe that because I'm looking at it and I ain't believe that. And the next thing again, what about the low-income houses? How it going? Did it people buying it? Grenadians buying it?
Well, that is actually an excellent question, my friend. In fact, we may have to revisit that issue for our entire program this week.
Okay, good night. You go explain that for me.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, no problems. Yeah, so I think we may have to revisit that for an entire program this week because my good friends up in St. David's, all they seeing light in them place now. People moving and thing, all they seeing vehicles and thing, laundry hanging out, whatever, things that indicate that somebody is living there. Yeah, well, I didn't really expect the laundry to hang out and thing according to how it is. But anyway, all you're seeing things that indicate that people living there. There's lights on in the night time. In some of the apartments, you see people going in and out. You're seeing vehicle park up outside or people coming down from there each morning waiting on bus. That is not the security. Yeah, are those things taking place? Or is it still a situation that all those places still on lockdown? Because we know the Prime Minister say it's a wicked thing to do that. Yeah, the Prime Minister says a wicked thing to have the place and people need it and the place locked down. That was his words. Those were his words. Yeah. And folks, before I forget, let me all remind you all, especially those of you out there in North America, because if you're in Canada, you could head on down to that particular one. Yeah, even if you're in Canada, you could make it down to that one. The New York support group, they cordially invite you to attend an exquisite affair, an evening of elegant style and class. That's taking place Saturday, the 13th of July 2024 from 9 p.m. Music by DJ Jude and Small Clothes. Tickets, $100. Formal attire. It's an all-inclusive event. Come experience delightful entertainment, fine dining, graceful dancing, and a lively auction. At the Legacy Loft, 9302 Ditmas Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11236. And only on that French thing, me never take French in school, right? So, and I want to go and say the thing wrong. I know the last word is plaisir, and the first one look like pour votre plaisir. I don't know. Anyway, Kathy Albert, 347-262-6818. Wendy McGuire, 917-602-1476. Aisha Oliver at 917-520-3164. PD Francis, 917-642-7187. And Sharon Caesar at 862-234-0879. Those are the numbers you can call to organize for your ticket and so on. And the political leader of the New National Party, he will be in attendance. Yes, so looking forward to seeing you all at that one. I could be watching on YouTube and I can't come. Nah, things I can't come, I can't leave. All you try me up, dog, I can't go no way, I have to stay home. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Yeah. So, folks, it's very interesting that Kawana Bay, what was being said about the Kawana Bay, it's kind of interesting to me because I didn't hear indication of the payments being finalized to the people and so on. And I'm not speaking here of the developers, I'm speaking of the investors. There was no talk about that. But it's like everything is going all well and okay and we're about to start. And everything has been finalized with the investor and we're about to start. That sort of thing. So we're going to dig deeper and don't feel like, yeah, we go fix the audio. We go find out ways to fix the audio. You know? Yeah, man, it's artificial intelligence doing that for us while we do something else, man. So we're going to fix the audio. We're going to clear it up. Yeah, and we're going to have it proper. In fact, I could send it to a friend of mine now and see, But anyhow, yeah, we don't have enough time. Other than that, I send it to a partner of mine now and I say, yo, link me with that audio and thing back properly. Right? So we get that sorted out. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those of you that can call on the WhatsApp, yes, you can call me on the WhatsApp as well. So 440-7377-347-329-3101 and on the WhatsApp at 440-7377. So as I said, yeah, that is Minister flip-flop. Because when they're in opposition is one thing, but when they're in a position is the next thing. They are not one and the same. Their messages don't seem to gel properly. It seems as though it's two different people that you're talking to. When you're talking opposition, it's, oh, no transparency. There's no transparency under the CBI program. This government is running the CBI program and so, well, no, we have a prime minister that travels on specific CBI business. And from what we are hearing, he's traveling and it is being paid for by people involved in CBI in some instances. So here is an individual that owns a CBI company who is traveling on quote-unquote state business, but it's really CBI business, going to different CBI forums, speaking on CBI and having meetings with different people and so. Has he ever once has the Prime Minister sat and told you all what he has achieved from these various meetings where he has been going dealing with CBI? I am one of many Grenadians. I'm just asking a question. Has it happened even once that the Prime Minister has gone out, come back to Grenada and said to us, hey, I went to this CBI meeting in Dubai. You know they like Dubai. We went to the CBI meeting in Dubai. At that meeting, we were able to get 20 new investors. These 20 new investors have brought into the state of Grenada $6.9 million US into the Grenadian economy. They are investing in Project A, Project B, Project C. And you see what has been happening. And let me explain this as well. Lily Sheen alone, that girl. Yeah. What has been happening is this. Now, they have been speaking about that $1 billion under CBI. That $1 billion they're speaking about CBI. That $1 billion has not gone into the Grenadian treasury. So, in fact, remember, the budget for Grenada is just over $1 billion. That would have meant that if you're talking about all the money that come into CBI, that's how much Grenada, the country, make from CBI. That would mean that CBI alone has funded the budget nearly entirely for the year 2024. And that is not true. So let's just get that part clear, because they have their mouthpieces who do not understand what they are speaking about running around there. So they're running around and they every time you post something on the internet, they under-posting under you. They under-posting. They don't know what they're talking about, but they're posting under, and there are things to say here. And when they realize they can't deal with you on the intellectual level, on knowledge about the issue at hand, they forget the issue at hand and they start to attack the person that's posting. They will tell you about you, your great-grandparents, what your great-great ancestors do in a village back in Africa. They're attacking everything simply because they lack the intellect to have a proper discussion, which is why the key word that they have been using over the past couple of years has been, and is that. A finality of, I don't know what more to say, you're too smart for me, so let me leave that conversation, and is that. Yeah, so we have a caller online, and we'll return to the CBI issue in a short while. Hello, good night.
Night, Sheldon.
Hi, good night, my dear. You go
I
right
just
ahead.
wanted to say something short about what you were talking about. Them going out and coming back with no investment. Is what they used to say about Dr. Keith Mitchell when he used to go out and get investors to invest in tourism and invest in certain things. Because look at right now, there's no money coming into the country, and those were the only areas the country used to benefit when it comes to income. Right about now, there's nothing happening where the country could gain income to pay workers and to even upkeep itself. Only thing they're relying on right now is probably VAT. And what's the point of the government when they can't produce any sort of income for the country to help the upbringing of the country and the people? How are we supposed to grow as a people? How are we supposed to do anything? Only depend on the VAT? Like, we basically working to feed ourselves? And then look what's going on in the police force. We paying these people with our hard-earned money. Like, what's going on? What's the point of them trying to lead the country and they can't even feed the people? That's all I have to say.
Thank you so very much, my dear. Wonderful. 440-7377. Yeah, well, these people don't believe that they have to answer to anyone. Remember, you don't have post-cabinet press briefings and things. They don't believe in that. You don't need to know. They are the only ones that need to know. Transparency, accountability, freedom of the press, freedom of information. Those are just keywords that they use during a campaign. Those are not things that they actually believe in. Yeah? Because under the new National Party, that's when you had those sort of things, because a government minister, every one of the government ministers would come before you at various times where the media was able to ask them all kind of questions, where people could go in the comment section and say all kind of things. But they came to you. This government continues to be a government hiding. Yeah? They're just in the garden hiding. I ain't singing tonight. But they're hiding. This government continues to hide. So when they come to you now and they do it very craftily. I recognize now that if you go on social media and you type in Grenada on Facebook, that there are multiple fake videos that show up there. Speaking of, you would have think Grenada was Wakanda. And this is fooling a lot of people out there in the diaspora who's supposed to be smart enough to know better. These people are actually creating these videos talking about all kind of fake projects here in Grenada. Fake. They don't exist. They're not even in the works. You never hear about them in a budget. You never hear about them in a discussion on anything. Fake projects they're speaking about. But when you type in Grenada now on YouTube, because of how they have littered YouTube with these things, you're always seeing a picture of Deacon Mitchell and something looking like a brand new hotel, like somewhere in Dubai and all sort of thing in the background. And they're actually fooling some people overseas who's supposed to know better than that. Are you speaking with your friends and family here in Grenada? People who are honest and truthful to you? Because even those who are supportive of the NDC will admit to you that those things are lies. They are not true. And they ain't gonna happen. Let me repeat again. They ain't gonna happen. Not under NDC government. If they're doing all this thing under CBI that they bring $1 billion in, $1 billion, $1 billion, as I was saying just before I took that lovely last call, $1 billion is the budget for Grenada for the year 2024. So it would mean that CBI brought in enough money to cover the entire budget for 2024, which is not true. Grenada only receives a small percentage into the treasury through that. Yeah? So a percentage of that comes in and it goes to the treasury. Right? So it might be, I don't even want to say a couple $100 million because I'm not even sure it might be that much. But how much million would come into the treasury? The rest goes into investment into different projects, be it you're doing the Six Senses, or you're doing the Intercontinental or the Lavera project or whatever. That money goes into that project. So through that, it would provide jobs for people in the communities, and when it's completed, it provides other jobs. That's how that works. But as in direct money into the treasury, no, $1 billion ain't coming in the treasury in Grenada, and tell them that to the face because it's true. Also, let me make this point because I have a friend of mine who I know go message me in a while if I don't make this point. Under the new National Party, when you are speaking CBI revenue, a significant portion of the CBI revenue went into a fund. There was the fund that was set up for developmental projects in Grenada and for contingencies, like if you have a natural disaster, like how COVID came. So instead of putting their money into a project, an individual who applies under the CBI program in Grenada, they could have placed that money into that fund. Under this administration, nearly nothing going into that fund. Let me repeat, nearly nothing is going into that fund under this administration. What was happening under the new National Party is that you push to try and get as much of them to place money into that fund. So then that's the money you could use to say, well, okay, we are going to do, put some money into the GDB or wherever so that small business people and medium-sized business people could access. Or you're going to the GIDC and you say, okay, we are going to give you a grant of X amount of money so that you can help various businesses to cut their electricity intake by installing solar, so you can provide funding through the GIDC to various businesses, that those businesses could be able to access that funding, install solar panels so that they can cut their electricity intake and that. So that's things that the new National Party and them used to organize and things, so that you could do those sort of projects and so on. That's where that money from CBI, so somebody applies, they pay the fees for the government of Grenada, that is paid and so on. The local agent gets their money, the international agent gets their money and so on. And instead of the bulk of the money going to a developer, it was going into that particular fund to help you, the people of Grenada. That is how you were able to deal with COVID and don't have to go and take big set of loan here, there, and so on, because you were working the thing in that way. This government ain't operating in that way. So the main money going in the hands of developers, not into the coffers of the state for the use by you, the people of Grenada. But then these are the people who say when they get the money, they will make sure that the money, you understand? That's the same people that was saying that. Just thought I'd explain that. So when they're talking about $1 billion, explain to them. Don't try to mislead the Grenadian people into thinking that under the NDC administration, they did so well And people are so interested in CBI under them that they were able to get $1 billion into the Grenadian treasury. That is not true. None of them could prove that is true. They know for a fact it is not true. So let's just clarify that here once and for all. And I challenge any of them, the same minister or any of the other ministers to come and say to the Grenadian people that what I am saying is wrong. Yes, they reduced the amount of money that had to go in technically from the 40% down to the 10% as well. Yes, they did do that. They passed that law and they reduced the amount of money that was supposed to be going into that fund. Yeah? So I'm saying that these people are trying their very best to confuse you. They're trying their very best to fool you. Because, you know, if they're dancing around doing nothing all day long, you have to try and dazzle people. You know, as they dazzle them with BS? Yes. They're trying to dazzle with that. Right? So don't take the impression, oh, the Grenada got $1 billion. Wow, yippee. And they're jumping around the place and we're running a better program than we're running a better program than the New National Party. Because they increased the amount of money that they were able to achieve because one, the same people who were talking about selling passport, that is what they was calling it. I'm using their terminology. The same people who were talking about selling passport have sold nearly double or triple in the space of 2 years than the New National Party selling how much years. Let me repeat that. The people, they have increased the amount of passports they sell. And why? Because they tapped into the Russian market. No other country was dealing with the Russians. But they decided, hey, we're going to make the money and face the consequences. So they went into it and they take the money from the Russians. So don't let them fool all you with this kind of thing. I just had to explain it properly. All right? Nice. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. 347-329-3101. Special good night to the Canadians. Patricia and Matthew, a special good night to both of you. And let me say that to those NDCites, because I find anytime they hear somebody who was in NNP say something and people who in NNP say things again, listen, interfere with us and all are we ganging you still, you know. Don't get tapped with the thing, you know. All are we is NNP, you know. We ganging you still. So don't feel you coming and just say anything about NNP and oh, NNP this, NNP that. All you forget, it had 2-3 years, all you couldn't have a convention too. So don't come and talk about, oh, NNP can have convention and all you real in fact, I'm looking forward to seeing some of these people who so interested, so ingrained into the New National Party and NNP having a convention. I'm looking forward to seeing them coming to the Secretariat, paying their fee and becoming a card-carrying, due-paying member of the New National Party so that they would have an opportunity when the convention come. But me ain't seeing them. I don't see them. Where are you? All you who want radio, who want this, who want that, and all is so involved in the New National Party business and when NNP having convention and so are waiting. I'm going to be up at the Secretariat during the week this week. I'm looking forward to seeing you all come. Apply for your membership, yeah, and get your membership card and so pay your dues and everything and become a card-carrying, due-paying member of the New National Party. Let me see that, man. Yeah, just remember, go ahead. The same people all taking and pushing and all that thing, they coming back and blast all this thing because all our is NNP. Don't get up with the thing, yeah? Nice. Listen, they might be able to fool other hosts on other programs. They might be able to trick, they can't trick talking points. No, they can't fool us here. And even if I don't know, I will get a message, I will get a thing. Within minutes, I will get it that clarifies the issue. Because I don't feel I know everything, you know. No, it's a lot of people that's be helping and providing information and so. Peter Striker Lewis, back of the class. You're just reaching back of the class. Sup, bro? Sherms, I taking your birthdays today, birthdays tomorrow. Well, I ain't taking back my greetings. I adding more to it. Hey, well, look at from 12 o'clock tonight, you started to celebrate. So quite a few activities coming up. New National Party at 40. You know, see them and you see them talking about NNP and convention, NNP and let me tell you something, yeah? Let me explain a fact to you. It's online. You all can go and you all can check a copy of the NDC Constitution. It's online. Yeah, they have it online. You could go and find it there. Within that constitution, just remember, once an individual holds the office of Prime Minister, they cannot be challenged for the leadership of the National Democratic Congress. Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell could have been challenged at any convention. Let me repeat, at any convention. The new National Party Constitution, it allows for every position to be challenged at every convention. What is undemocratic? What is undemocratic? Take the beam out earlier. They say when you live in a glass house, don't you know stone? You hear Kukudu a while ago. When you live in a glass house, don't throw. Right. What is undemocratic is having an institution that you can't remove the leader once they're in a particular position. So if he remains the Prime Minister for 5 years, you can't challenge him for 5 years. And if I remember correctly, once he's the leader, you can't challenge him for 2 or 3 years. He has to remain in that position for 2 or 3 years. All you're talking about democratic? All you feel people who are copy all your constitution? By watch. 4407377. I don't understand these people and them. 4407377. As we say, that's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. And let me just say, indeed, time to come home. All of you who have strayed and gone afar, the time has come to come home. We have a country to save, yeah? Don't let people tap your head with this kind of thing about, confusion there and confusion this and confusion that. Come home, yeah? You may have wandered far away from home. Now it's time to come back home. Nice. Your country needs you. You have a group of people who have proven over and over, number one, they ain't care about nobody but themselves. Two, they're incompetent. To raise everybody's salary that to make sure that they increase theirs by significant margins. Yeah? Meanwhile, while they increase theirs by significant margins, up to this day, you still have not had the $150 restored to the vast majority of people that lost it. Because, see, again, the false impression is out there that these people have given back the $150 and they add on it. No. There were certain categories of people that got back the $150, and I think they raised it to $250 or $200 or something now. They increased it to. But there were only certain categories of people, the vast majority of people under the seed program, who that $150 was taken away from. It was not returned to them. Yeah? But they made sure that they increased theirs less than 6 weeks after taking office. They increased theirs by $24,000 a year. And then they still come back and increase it even further at the end of last year. So don't think it's people that care about you. Because while you're talking about a 4% here for public workers and you're adding a 4% there, then you're taking it back from NIS that direction, and you plan to take it back now in pension payments by making pension a contributory pension. So there is a plan, and this was exposed by the Public Workers Union themselves, that there is a plan to charge a percentage, whether it's 1%, 2% on public workers' salary, to place behind a contributory pension. that you have to put money inside there and you're going to get a pension at the end of your time. When during the New National Party time, and that's why I said these are flip-flop ministers, especially that last one we were speaking about. Flip-flop ministers. Because under the time of the New National Party was pay the pension, pay the pension, pay the pension, pay the pension, pay the pension. Now, they find themselves in a situation where the pension has to be paid. Yes, okay, so you paid what the court ordered, not what you came in and you so love Grenadians and you so care about Grenadians that you pay. Folks, listeners, you all have to shoot that nonsense down when they come with that. Anytime they come, any program they come on, anywhere they come to, and you hear them talking about pension as though that's an achievement of the NDC. Tell them, wheel and come again. There was a court order. Whether it was the NNP, whether it was the TNP, whether it was the whatever, they had to pay. It was a court order. So it's not because you like people you pay it. Because there's a court order, you had no choice but to pay it. And they knew that even before the election. That is why they went on the campaign and they said they go pay it, they go pay it, they go pay it, they go pay it. In the hope that they go win. But they know they couldn't get out of paying that. The problem they face now is that they have promised everybody pension. And under the Constitution, the 1958 pension is what obtains. But the 1958 pension is non-contributory. In other words, they don't take any money out your salary. Government have to find the money and pay you. And the problem that they are finding themselves in now is to keep their promise, they're going to end up in financial issues. We have a call online. Good night.
Sheldon, good night. How are you?
Hey, I'm quite fine, my dear.
Okay, I'm listening to your program. I'm a critical thinker.
Mhm.
Now, I heard you speaking about the pension issue.
Mhm.
Can you tell me why the reason the pension issue had to be taken to court? I would like to know why did the pension issue had to reach to court, where it could have been paid. I would just like just a clear answer, please. Thank you.
No problem. Well, you see, the thing is, and that's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. It was taken to court under the NDC administration, not even under the NNP. It was taken to court because you needed clarity. Remember, in 1983, you had the removal of the old pension from a large cross-section of the workers. That's the 1958 pension. That was sort of, and you had the NIS put in place of that. So in order to restore the other pension, because you already had NIS operating there and you have basically millions of dollars, maybe even $1 billion, I don't know how much they have in there, money inside there, the unions decided that no, we want the restoration of the 1958 pension. That's what we want. So they took that issue to court. But remember, my good friend, that was not an issue that was taken to court under the New National Party. That was an issue that was taken to court under the NDC administration. If the last NDC had so cared about it, what they would have done simply is not put in a challenge to it. They would have just say, well, okay, go ahead, we'll pay. They didn't do that. The New National Party could have challenged. They could have appealed the court judgment. I know what would have happened in that case. The New National Party could have said, okay, the court has done that, but we can appeal. The option was there. The NNP could have appealed the court judgment. The New National Party did not do that. They said the court judgment is there. Let us find a mechanism to work along with the unions and the workers and find a way that we can pay a pension. It was the New National Party. Let me repeat. It was the New National Party that started pension payments. You had over 60 workers back in about 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. I remember because I have a nurse friend who was involved in it. That started getting their pension. That's 60 or so workers. In fact, those 60 or so workers that started getting their pension at that point in time, not in 2022 or 2023, back in 2017 or so, 16, 17, that set of workers, some of them, the monies that they got back then, they were paid together with the pension that was paid when the NDC came into office, which is why we said that many people were overpaid, because some of these people who had received back then, this government came in, they paid them what they got back then and then paid them the additional. So that's why they had to be asking people to give back money. But people don't want to recognize that the New National Party addressed the pension issue back then. You had a defense in relation to that case that was there. That case has been completed. There was a judgment, right? And then a payment had to be made. So it was not a case that the NNP was against paying a pension, but there are various aspects of it that this government is now, well, I don't want to say they're now seeing, they knew. They knew very well. If you listen to the present Attorney General speaking on the issue of pension in Parliament, and you listen to Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, you listen to the Honorable Gregory Bowen, back in the days when the New National Party was in office, it's nearly word for word the same thing they're telling you, that you must have pension reform in order to be able to maintain it. You cannot maintain it under the 1958 non-contributory pension. You can't maintain it. They also don't mention, when they're speaking about pensions, who introduced special pensions was the New National Party administration. So that if a worker did not meet the threshold, they came close but they didn't meet the threshold, they could apply to the Cabinet of Grenada, and the Cabinet of Grenada could give them a pension. It was the New National Party that put that in place. But they don't talk about that. They try to give the impression that this government came in and they did so much on pensions, that they did all this thing on pensions and they are the ones that pay what pension? It's at a court order. The government of Grenada, or whatever, which government it was, had to pay. The time came to pay. This government paid. They didn't do nobody a favor. It wasn't true, no, oh, we so love people. That is a fact. It wasn't true we so love people and all of this. They met the money there because the New National Party had proper fiscal management, so there was money there. That is how they were able to pay. Because remember, the same Prime Minister was speaking when he was out of office about he might have to come in and they might have to go and take a loan and find money to go and pay off the pension. But they found the money there because of the proper fiscal management of the New National Party. And the NNP had already set up the secretariat and started the process of gathering the information about who has to be paid and the amount they have to be paid. This government just come in and finish it. So when I hear them beating the chest about we pay pension, we pay pension, we pay pension. If you look at the record of the New National Party on pension as compared to the record of the NDC administration, you'd recognize that the party that has been more pro-worker has been the New National Party, not the NDC administration. And that's a fact. The facts are there. So when you're speaking about special pension for people that don't meet the threshold and so on, and therefore they can go ahead and they can apply on those issues and so, and they can get a special pension through the cabinet and so on, that was the New National Party. When you hear them speaking about pensions in the context of, for instance, I hear some of them speaking about pensions in the context of, it's slipping me. They speak of pensions in the context of parliamentarians. They refuse to mention that they're speaking about something that dates back to, 1986 or so? Not 1996, under the Dr. Keith Mitchell-led New National Party. Not 2006, under the New National Party. Not 2016, under the New National Party. They're talking about something that dates back to 1986 under the Herbert Blaise administration. Yes, Dr. Mitchell was a part of the Herbert Blaise administration, but so was Dr. Francis Alexis, so was Mr. Tillman Thomas, so was Mr. Kenny Lal Singh, so was all these people, they were part of it. But they so want to give the impression that the New National Party came in and gave themselves a pension as parliamentarians when other people don't have pension. Yes, it was a New National Party government. The leader of the party, the Prime Minister at that time, was Mr. Herbert Blaise. You all could go and sit with Mr. Tillman Thomas and ask him why that was done, how that was done, and so on. You could go with Mr. Lal Singh. You could find Dr. Alex. You could find any of these people and sit down. They were all part of the government. Mr. Finsley, St. Louis, all of these. You could find any of them and ask them why this was done in the way that it was done. You could go and find anybody and ask them that question. Folks, we are nearly out of time. I didn't even realize the time nearly done. Oh dear, we have a call, but I won't be able to take you, caller, because I've got to get out of here right about now. Folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. I'm not sure who is my guest tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not sure who is my guest tomorrow. I have to really check and see who is the guest we have on for tomorrow. So that's all the time we have for tonight. It's been wonderful being here with you. And in everything you say and do, I want you all to do it safe and secure, because I want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. Love each and every one of you again. Tomorrow we will be having the Talking Tuesdays. I'm not sure. We will have a guest. I'll get a guest. We will have a guest for tomorrow. All right. So I am out. Do enjoy the rest of your night and be safe out there.
Well, make some nice, man. Listen, Mr. Man, no stand up stick like on the drop in a starch. The Bible said David did dancing in close tear up. We're not tear up, not close tonight still. But we are going to worship Jesus. Somebody bring me Bible, come give me, make me be one. Listen, me Bible, I'm grateful to have Lisa, but yeah, I've known that girl a long time. When I see her since the musician said they're not bring one singer to come sing with Coco. When I see her, I was like, Lisa, yes, bad singer. Back in the days at Jamaica, she used to sing with a group, Flames of Glory, you know what I mean? Flames of, about 4 young ladies. Yeah, 4 young, them bad like that, you know. And we was the kings and shepherds, 4 man, 4 woman. So, at least alone they here tonight, because I normally have 4 backup singers, so we have to go help with. So now I'm going to say, read one verse. After 3, 1, 2, 3, say, me Bible, Lord. Oh,